Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play Europa Universalis 4 in our Commonwealth campaign. We are trying to become the HRE from the outside. Just as something to do, basically, while we're at peace. And we're getting close. Trier is all over us. Mines could probably be over us as well. Let's just try and improve some relations here. And, you know, we'll see what we can do. We can get them up to another, 95 points out of that. Aggression expansion is going to tick down because we're trying to stay at peace. If we can get up to 200 opinion, that would be fantastic. I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that, but we can get them pretty close. Cologne, we're stopped now because they've rivaled Trier, and I had not noticed that, unfortunately. So that was a wasted effort, really, to improve with Cologne. But mines might be possible. We're holding on to the planet just in case. And, we'll go way over the limit if I think it's something that we can get away with. So for now, it appears to be the case. We are still an incredibly large amount. We're 5 years ahead of time, which is great for our production efficiency. I mean, look at our taxes from production is doing quite well. We can get another idea group, which we will consider. We're making 9 ducats a month. That's with a level 2 advisor. So that's pretty good. Granted, when we start actually having to pay for our armies, that will be less, but we'll still make money, which is impressive. We can actually get admin tech 5 years ahead of time. I don't see the purpose of that at this point, so we are not going to. We are getting closer to military tech 8. Tech 8 is fairly significant with the infantry fire and the shock. It may be worth, since we are falling behind on military tech, doing that, but at the same time, once we get to admin tech 10, we can westernize, and we'll be able to go up a lot faster at that point. Whereas with our idea group, this one will give us national manpower modifier, which we need. It'll get us closer to the cavalry combat ability, which we need. And then it gets us closer to this aristocratic has the military tech reduction, which again, we really want. So I think it makes sense at this point to go ahead and get serfdom so we can recover more manpower. Now at this point, we could save a couple of bucks also by building more of our militia, because we are running still with 4 mercenaries, so if we build 4 more of these bad boys, we won't have to deal with that. So, there we go. 1, 2, there's 3 and 4. We might as well put 5 and 6 in there as well, just to get up past where we were. Alright. It takes us up to 40 out of 42. We're going to get rid of 4, so it takes us to 38 out of 42. That's pretty good. So, we're going to save some money on our mercenaries now. We're just enjoying our peace. Playing the Pope game a little bit. Not really that worried about the Pope game. Sweden did take a big chunk out of the Livonian Order. Sweden's going to become a problem, but they're friends with us right now, so we'll continue to ride that wave while we can. Mines is getting closer to supporting us. Remember, we have 115 reasons. No, actually, we don't have that many. We have 80 reasons in our pocket, basically, once we ally them, if we can. Not Culm. Mines. If we can get those 80 reasons out of it, we'll be good to go. We can't get a royal marriage, unfortunately. They're not going to pick the alliance right now, but they will by the time we get to that point. So we might be able to buy mines and have 2 votes. And right now, we are the most prestigious out of this. Although the Emperor has 2 votes, and so the Emperor will be re-elected, unfortunately. The Palatinate, man, if we could just get them to be a little closer, the magic that we could do would be tremendous. But we're going to be 40 votes shy, it seems, which is really a shame. It's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. I wonder if we could be doing better with our trade. We haven't analyzed it in a while. Krakow is our home node. We have 41% control in the Baltic Sea. We could steer from Krakow into the Baltic Sea. What are we collecting from? We're actually transferring from Kiev to Krakow and from downstream Kiev. But we could change from Crimea to Kiev, or to Krakow rather. But then we're not collecting from here. We'd have to have another one to collect. Unless we moved our trade capital to Danzig, which is tempting. Alternatively, we could steer from Novgorod. I mean, most of Novgorod's coming in here already. We're probably at the best we can do right now. I really don't want to take admin tech 4 years ahead of time. You know, it seems like we want to be able to reduce that as much as we can. Good news indeed. National tax modifier. Okay, that's good. Alright. The nation of Austria, your faithful ally, is requesting you come to their aid in the Austrian reconquest of Sundgau against Burgundy, so they must be losing. This is a war they've started. Burgundy's allied with Utrecht. I really don't care. Our people are losing confidence. We have stability drop. Why? Because we have died. Von Habsburg? Oh, that's so bad. How did that happen? My man was up. He must have died. Oh, that's so bad. We're in the weeds now. We really have no points. 5 points. That's rough. Okay, well, we found something to do with our admin points. I know I paid a little bit of penalty on that. I'm okay with that. I may even do it again, honestly, because we have so many admin points. I guess we accept? I don't really like the idea of helping you with the Burgundian inheritance, but okay. Here come all the royal marriages, which is what we want. Nobody's approaching us, so I'm not going to bother to put our people up. I'm not going to bother to improve, to go maintenance higher. Do I care about those ships? Burgundy's ships I don't think are going to come up and bother me, so no, we'll stay where that is. Attack's not going to happen. We definitely want the royal marriage with Bohemia? I don't know, actually. Let's look. So now we have a different people. We still have this vote. We'd still have Bohemia's vote if it weren't for the damn Palatinate. They offered the royal marriage to us, so at least that's still in place. But our relations have dropped. Because their dynasty lost the election. Wow! That's really not cool. Mines, were you in the running? You were not, so that's good. We can get more out of mines then. We're going to have to secure the alliance in the next one, I think. Just to try and get this vote. Because 2 votes is better than no votes. And then we can just try and keep working on the Palatinate. But I don't know how we're going to overcome that now. It's really kind of annoying. Yes, I know there's mothballed forts. I do not care. It's so tough to ignore that. Okay. Bohemia. Do we want to keep this relationship with Bohemia? I mean, they're the emperor. That's the only reason I'm doing it. You know, right now, no. Maybe in the future, but right now, Bohemia, I'm going to have to say no. I'm sorry. I'm allied to your rival, Austria. Yeah. I mean, look, I'll consider... I don't know. Oh, God bless. The Sejm refuses to allow the mobilization of more troops. Since the issuing of the Henrician Articles in Pacta Conventa, the king had very little power of his own. If he was to make policies of war, for example, he had to have the consent of the Sejm. Sometimes kings tried to drag the country into conflict and thus force the Sejm to comply out of necessity, or by building a domestic political coalition, which were changing tit for tat. But often the Sejm clearly said no. So we could say okay to lose manpower recovery and recruitment time goes up, which is horrible, until the death of my king, which honestly I don't know how old I am. 58, which might not be horrible. Or you can go behind their back to lose legitimacy and stability. Fantastic. That's the best. Alright, give me half of them. Oh, wrong. Wrong game. Get out of here. Half of them. Alright. Yeah, that's really unfortunate, Sam. We're trying to recover manpower here. We're at war. Did you not know that we're at war? Have you missed that memo? Does Genoa has can't? Oh, I don't care. Oh, don't do that. You stay there. Well, I'm assuming that means we didn't just become the paper controller, which is fine. 167 with Bohemia. I don't care. Bring him home. There's indeed a new pope. We'll spend our 5 points because there's always a chance. If we attack Austria, will France defend them? Of course they will. Everybody will defend them. And I only have Bohemia and Sweden on my side. Austria, You really need to not be in this war. Accepting would destabilize Austria. They're at peace with Hungary? They have a truce with Hungary? How did this happen? Austria, what are you doing to me, man? You don't have a truce with Poland or with Hungary. How would it destabilize your country? I do not know. Is it worth taking the tech 3 years ahead of time? I say no. How much can we store? 1198. If it comes down to it, we'll improve our provinces again. God, we have no points whatsoever. It's so bad. I didn't even know why Austria called us into this war. They don't really appear to need our help. England, what are you doing on the mainland? Oh, you're allied to Austria. Is this what's happening? No, Provence, Portugal, and Savoy. Oh, Provence probably called you in. Or you're in a separate war. Burgundy, are you in 2 wars right now? You're in 3 wars, in point of fact. Improvements in land technology. Our generals are discussing the impact of some new weapons. Okay, so this is to basically get 10 or get 50. How's our inflation look? It's at 0, so yeah, absolutely. 3 points. Let's do it. And it's going down by year. Why wouldn't I? 5 years of inflation? We can handle it. Austria's having fun over there. I mean, we could just take the Golden Horde on our own. Lithuania could take the Golden Horde on its own. Uzbek. Oh, well, that's not actually as good. Holland will be forced to give Austria, so they settled for money. Uzbek. How big are you, Uzbek? No guy is freaking huge. We need to become the Commonwealth stat. So we pay 30% extra cost, right? Yeah, 30%. I mean, I just don't want to pay an extra 30% on top of the 34.8% what we have to do. Let's maintain with mines for a second. Let's go back and play the Emperor game. We have 108 reasons to go. We can get 80 more just from the Alliance alone. So we're going to take the Alliance, of course. That gives us 80 more reasons. So now we just have to make up 20 reasons, which, honestly, we could probably do if we send him a gift. 30 reasons somehow. That'll get me 2 votes. And then I just don't know how we're going to be able to get the Palatinate up any higher. Saxony, I don't think we're going to be able to get any higher either. They have a strategic interest in becoming the emperor themselves. Oh, Bohemia. Palatinate, it's all your fault. If you would just stop backing Bohemia and back me, Bohemia would probably back me also, and we'd have a nice Polish empire. But no. You don't want to do that. I mean, we'll get all of that back. We'll get another 53 opinion. So that'll be 200 opinion. That's 53 reasons, but that still leaves us with 79 votes that we need to somehow make up. I don't know how to do that. They won't take vassalization because they're an elector. So I'd have to do it in war. Or through a marriage that goes south, I suppose. Mines will go force for sure. Cologne will not because we've gone against them. Saxony won't because they're Saxony. Brandenburg won't because they're being backed by Cologne. Wow. I mean, we're going to have 2 votes. If only Bohemia didn't have 2. Palatinate, you're horrible. Well, let's get the Mainzian vote. How much more can we get from improved relations? We can't. We can get another 18. It leaves us with 12 to pick up. We'll send a gift because I've got money. So a little bribery will definitely go a long way. And then we'll have them transfer trade power. Why not? Let's do the trade power first. That gets us another 5 votes. Oh, don't do that. Certainly don't want to do that. And we'll send him a gift on the as soon as we can in October. Alright, let's get them the gift. We have to give them 75 to get 25. That's worth it. We've discovered an agent. Hungary's been fabricating claims. That's fine. Burgundy is allied with Brabant. I thought they already were. And we're 7 reasons short. We are 7 reasons short. So how do we get 7 more relations? We wait 3 years, but I don't really want to wait 3 years. Transfer trade power is only giving us 2. It's 2 for 5. I thought it was 5 for 2. We could guarantee them. I don't know if we can proclaim the guarantee even if we're allies. May not be able to. We'll find out on the 6th of November. Because if I can guarantee them, that'll get me some more opinion as well. I can. Well, shoot. That should be enough to secure their vote. It is. So, we have 2 people voting for us now. That's exciting. The question becomes, can we sustain it? They're not voting for us. Gosh darn it. Because our prestige keeps dying. We're going to have to go to war to get some more prestige. The Golden Horde, then, is the choice, but I don't fancy the idea of going against Uzbek. We could get a temporary alliance with Nogai. No, they won't take it anymore, because we have way too many relations. Uzbek may not be able to get through. Depends on what their relationship was. If I could just see Uzbek, they're right over here. They can't be that... With Nogai being that big, Uzbek can't be that big. We could probably take this. Alright. We're about to run out of admin points here. We're getting 8 a month. Wow. Alright. Yes, I'm aware. I mean, we're just so far ahead of time. I hate to pay that penalty. If we attack the Golden Horde, would anybody want to join us? No, we'd be doing it on our own. So it's the might of us, which is 58,000 troops. I mean, that is not insignificant. The Golden Horde has what? Golden Horde has 10,000. They can't... I mean, Akakunlu cannot do it either. We need to get prestige. It's a shame that they're not our rival. Who are our rivals? That's honestly who we should probably be trying to attack. Hungary, obviously. Can we hit some buttons here, please? Thank you. Muscovy. Muscovy and Novgorod. Could we take on Muscovy? They're allied with Sweden, who would defend them. I don't want to get into that war. Could we attack Novgorod? They're rivaled with Sweden. Sweden wouldn't join. It would get us to war with Pomerania, which is good as well, but we don't really want to be at war with Bohemia. I guess it'll break our alliance, although... Can we take Bohemia... Austria's in this other war and they'd still help us. Can we take Bohemia and Pomerania by ourselves? Well, we'd have Austria to help. It's 35,000 Bohemians right there. Bohemia won't like me anymore. They certainly won't vote for me. Palatinate if you were just beyond the right side. Because if they flip, then I have him too. According to this. If you would just stop backing Bohemia. I don't want to attack. I really don't want to get involved with Bohemia if I can avoid it. If I attack Pomerania, they're in the Empire. Hungary would bring in France, which France I feel is still terrifying. Not as terrifying, though. Maybe Hungary is the way to go. Bohemia and Sweden would both help. I'm surprised Austria won't help in this war, but they'd help in the other war. Naples, Genoa, France, Riga. Naples, Genoa, and Riga really aren't... Well, Riga is nothing. Naples could be annoying, actually. It's France. Basically, can Bohemia and Sweden beat France? And would Austria come in a few years? Why won't any of my little dudes help? Oh, because they're all defensive. Well, that's fine. What would we want to make this over? Where are the forts? Any of our bordering provinces then. Zemplin would be fine. Call in these guys. I really don't want to co-belligerent anyone because I don't want any land. Genoa doesn't hold any land I want. None of them have land that I want, so... I think we could do it. Yeah, let's do it. It'll be perfect because then I'll come back next week and have no idea what I'm doing. So before I forget, we will have to raise maintenance. Raise all the way, so we're still making money, which is good. We are apparently attacking the Rigan fleet, which is great for us, actually. Yeah, I don't care about their little leader. They have three lights, and we have 17. Numbers will tell there, so that'll be a good, quick, early victory for us. We're going to have to unmothball our forts, at least in the border area, because we don't want them to get a quick, easy fort victory here. I almost feel like I don't need this fort anymore. Because this is the zone of control here, that zone of control is there. This is our weak spot. I really want one in Bells. I feel like I really don't need the Krakow fort anymore. But let's load it up, because they're close by. And we'll just watch to see if he's going to go after Podol, or Podol rather. We're going to set these guys moving into Nauzax. And we're going to have to leave it there. Hope I remember what I'm doing. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.